So this is it. Not only is it everything in the sense that there isn't anything else other than what is, but it's also what's longed for. It's also what's desired, the deepest desire, not a desire for me, but the end of that need to find something. It's already this. And what that is can't be said. It is everything that's happening. It's the unspeakable, being everything. Now, there's an experience that arises in this, which is that as well, which we'll see is the real difficulty for that experience. And that experience feels that what's happening is separate to it. The experience is I'm in the body, having an experience of everything outside happening to me. And that experience engenders a sense that something needs to happen. That what is, well, it hides this as that what can't be said. It hides this as, well, what can't be said, but what is longed for. It hides this as that. It makes it seem like what's longed for, what's needed is somewhere else. That it has something to do with that separate experience, that it has something to do with me, that I have to do something, that I have to go on a spiritual journey, or I have to be good enough, or I have to act in the right way in order to become or to find what's longed for. And of course, that can't happen. Not only does it never happen, but it can't. It can't because there isn't anything to know what can't be said. That's what I'm saying, is that what can't be said is unknowable because it's not separate. There isn't actually anything actually separate. There's apparent happenings, there's apparent this and that, there's apparent going-ons, but there isn't anything really separate because everything is that. Everything is what can't be said. So that separate experience looking for something for itself misses this. It can't do anything else. There is no hope for that separate experience to find this because it is this. Looking for something else. So it lives in a separate reality looking for, it can't help this. This isn't a judgment. It's just part of the function of that experience, looking for something more, looking for the right experience. If you're here, it might be the sense that there's some realization or something spiritual experience to find, looking to know enough. It has a sense that what it wants is, which in the end is this, is something that it can have for itself. And this is never had by anyone. It's not havable because it's not separate. What I'm saying is the ineffable life, what's truly longed for, isn't separate to everything that's happening. It is everything that's happening. It's one and the same. So we're not going to be getting anywhere in this meeting. It's truly not trying to change what's happening. There is no intention to what is, as it's already that fulfillment. Yeah. All right, then. Oh, you have to unmute yourself. I can't hear you. There you are.
Yeah, good night.
Good evening. Hi.
Hi. There is contraction or nervousness, but my question is, it seems simultaneously the feeling separate, feeling apart, feeling next to, and not feeling that. Almost at the same time, or it's, I like your comment. I like this meeting. Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Hello, Lauren.
Hi, Jim.
Hey.
You kind of touched on what I wanted to ask you about when you were talking with Jaroslaw. You talked about the rambling that sometimes comes through about this being what can't be said. And what I wanted to ask you about is like you've mentioned, and Tony has mentioned, that it's falling in love with something that you don't understand. So what is that like?
Have you ever been in love?
Yes.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay. But with the beloved as such.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Then is it, so it's all of that?
It's all that. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not a feeling. So for the individual, it's a feeling, falling in love. But in loveness with this isn't a feeling. There isn't, because there isn't anything that's not that. So there's no separation to have a feeling about it. Feelings come up, but it's also that. So there isn't a feeling about it.
Okay.
It's all feeling.
Sort of everything goes. Yeah.
But already everything goes.
And when you talk about the bottom dropping out.
Yeah.
Is that a metaphor, or is that in a way also?
Well, it was also, you know, sort of part of the story of Jim, is there was a lot of ideas about what freedom was or enlightenment was or any of those things. And the bottom dropped out of that whole structure, that whole conceptual idea or experience of what it all was.
Yeah. And when you talk about the like unraveling of neurotic knots.
Yeah.
That obviously happened on its own.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And is that because what was actually happening was like a love affair with what is?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And I don't know if I can express this, but so I have to tell a story.
Right.
Okay. So I said something to my boss, and for whatever reason, this particular moment, there was the slightest second thought, which
Mm.
doesn't happen very often, but this happened. And I said to myself, you know, well, that's just this appearing as that.
Yeah.
I know you're going to say I'm trying to use it as therapy.
Yeah, exactly what I wanted to say, actually.
Okay,
But you
but
didn't do it, but that's what happened.
so not only is it wrong, but I can't stop.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, it's not wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm kind of
It's just the me hears this as something useful, which
right.
it's not, to bring it closer to what is, which is impossible. And so it tries to apply it because it sounds good. But no one's in control of that. It's just what seems to happen until it doesn't.
Mm. Yeah. In a way, it's trying to live in true, like to be
Yeah.
true. But I don't mean true in like a hokey sense or like a
No, I
spiritual.
get it. No, yeah.
I mean like pointing in the right direction.
There isn't anything that's not true.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
That's just
It's all already it.
even obsessing about what you said to your
There-
body. Yeah.
There isn't anything except that.
Yeah. Wow.
These words are that, obsessing is that, obsessing. That's all there is. That's all that's really, that's all we're really saying. That's why that seeking it is hopeless.
Okay. Okay. In the moment when I was thinking that, you know, wait a second, that's just this appearing as that. That doesn't have any like separate reality of its own, whatever that.
This and that, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's really just this. It kind of like just smashed everything back into just what is. And then, but then I had this is my question is, you know, it's just this. Okay. But this, which is no thing, it doesn't have any existence outside of this, which is never the same and always changing. So it's like, it's both like, that's where the not to doesn't, I can't get there.
Because it's all that already.
Mm-hmm.
But that is exactly why I can't get there. Because I am the experience that it's moving through time and that what's happening is happening or separate to me. And so it wants to know that this is that. It can't be known.
Mm-hmm. And I just don't find it that seductive that this is precisely outside of my mind. It's like precisely beyond what can be conceived or understood, or it's like exactly what it would take to be beyond.
So that's the experience, but it is the effort to be conceived and to be understood as well.
I don't feel like I'm trying.
That's that as well.
Yeah.
Is feeling like not trying. It has nothing to do with you. It's not in relation to you for two reasons. There isn't a you.
Yeah.
And it is already everything.
Yeah. All right. I can fall back into that. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Lauren. Hey, Stefan.
Yeah, it's just Stefan.
Stefan.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Stefan.
Hi, Jim.
Hi.
So, what would you say is what is?
You can't.
Okay. There's no like metaphor you can use to like sort of push through language that could hint at what it is.
And then you can come up with metaphors for the experience of separation, seeking what is, and the hopelessness of that. But what is everything. There's no There's no way to objectify it.
Okay. Why the appearance of you and me? Well, why does that occur or appear
Yeah.
to be occurring?
Yeah, there's absolutely no reason. Isn't that awesome? There's absolutely nothing behind this. There's no intention, meaning, or purpose to what's happening. It's just absolute freedom.
But why would this appear as opposed to, like, say, two blue gelatinous masses mumbling at each other? Like, why this appearance? There's just no reason.
No.
Like, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So, okay. So, okay. Let's see here. I wrote some things down just to try to, okay, so nothing. Okay, I understand what non-duality is, but I think, I mean, I think, you know, I'm sorry, I have a grasp, a slight grasp on it, but it's okay. So, you know, I've watched so many videos on this, and I watch people say, well, you know, they start to say something to you, and then you respond to them, and they kind of clam up because they don't know what else to say. Yeah. And I had a million things. I'm like, oh, ask him this, you know, and then, so finally I'm here and I'm doing the same thing. Yeah. So I had a million things to say, and I can't think of anything now, but so okay, I know there's no you, but you got up this morning, you came here, you got up and you were scheduled to do this meeting, and you did it, and
the body got up.
Okay, but what inspired the body to do that?
It just does. It's the same there. It just does what it does. It's just there might be a registrar that says, I'm doing it.
Okay.
An experiencer that says, I'm in charge. I'm making these things happen. And they're happening. And then it'll come up with a whole story of why it's happening.
Okay. Huh. So is this pantheism?
Oh, that's a lot of gods, isn't it?
Well, isn't it kind of like everything is God, right?
Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Then this pantheism. Yeah. Okay. But not that there's a God outside becoming these things.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
God is a funny, misleading word. I mean, it's a loaded word. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So, I mean, the unspeakable is a good way to talk about it. What can't be said, but at the same time, what is truly longed for is what everything already is and isn't.
This is how you see. There's no you, but this is, I mean, you.
Well, I couldn't say seeing. I could say obvious. It's not a reflective. It's not a reflective understanding or knowing of what this is. It's immediate.
Okay. I remember learning in like philosophy 101, there was an argument everything in the world was created 5 minutes ago.
Right. No, that's too long.
That was put forth as a, a kind of argument that wasn't it wasn't a good philosophical argument because you couldn't argue with it.
Absolutely.
And
it's even, this is saying something even worse. It's saying actually the same thing minus 5 minutes.
Okay.
That's so even a worse argument.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. If so, okay, there's no I, but why aren't what arises in the illusion of you, why aren't I privy to that?
Right. So there isn't what appears isn't an illusion.
Okay.
The illusion, the only illusion, the only thing that just has no reality except to itself is the separate experience. That's the only illusion. Everything else is just that being whatever, words and computer and all of that.
So is there thingness? Like,
apparently.
okay, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's all that. It's all what can't be said.
And it's not alive, but it includes life?
There is absolutely nothing that could be thought of, felt, conceived of, experienced, it's just all inclusive. Absolutely. It's all that.
But it seems then that it would have nothing to interact with.
Absolutely. It's only apparent interaction.
So why would anything arise?
Absolutely.
So you don't know.
Well, it's unconditional. That's unconditional love. It has no need.
Okay.
It's not restricted to why.
So it's beyond why.
Yeah. Completely.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I don't accept that, but I don't know what else to say.
No. Oh.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Natalie.
Hi again.
Hi.
Hi. Well, there's nothing that can be done about this or that would even need to be done. But in this experience, I guess, there's hearing apparent individuals that might say something like, oh, I'm not going to let you just diminish me as a person. And when that's heard, there is a response or not, but there's no real ownership of what's being said after that's heard. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, it's just what's happening. It's just what it is. There's no one here to do anything any differently because there's no one here. So
it sounds
I
like
don't know.
concepts that you're sharing.
Like what?
Concepts.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's not really a concept. It's just there's no one here that could take ownership. But then there's no one that, like I said earlier, there's no one that would know that either. So
But you're
I
telling
don't
me.
know. Right. I know. And that's the weird part of it all. I mean, that's just being said. And I'm not sure why. Don't know. I mean, it just feels like, I don't know. It's just not describable, I guess. Maybe that's just what it is. I don't know. I don't know. The whole, I guess, like apparently, or not even apparently, but things just happen for no one. And then, I mean, there's just nothing that it needs to be done. It's just what it is, I guess, is where I'm coming to. I keep, coming
I
back
think
to
it's
that.
exactly what you said. It's where you are coming to. You're coming to these
Right.
ideas.
Yes. Yes.
I think that's what's happening.
Yeah. Right.
And really what we're talking about is beyond conception.
Yes. Yeah. So even thinking about this is no one's thinking about it really.
Well, no one ever
I
does
mean,
it.
it's just
But that's
right.
just a concept.
Yes.
As long as there's someone there. As long as there's someone there, the experience is I think, or I feel, and I should.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then when there's no I, which there wasn't anyway, there's never an I anyway. So none of this even, like, do you know what I mean?
But
It's
those are all
like,
just concepts.
I guess so. But then it's like, it's just not able to be spoken about because the minute it's spoken about, then that's separation. That's discussing something.
There's never is separation. There is no separation.
Right.
It's
But
an illusion.
but to an individual, they feel like there's separation,
Yeah,
but it
they
was
do.
never happening anyway.
Right. It's not happening already. But that's just a concept for the individual that has that experience.
Right. Yes. That's, I mean, it's unknowable. How could we know something that isn't what we're experiencing? We can't know
This
it.
isn't about knowing only what's being experienced. It's that there isn't anyone to experience it.
Right.
That the experience that that there's an experiencer is an illusion.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But since there's not an experiencer, this is all just what
well,
is.
hold on a second.
This is,
as long as there's that
who knows
experience,
that?
as long as there's an experience happening, then that's what's happening. It might be illusory, but that's just a concept as long as it's happening.
Right.
And trying to apply that as sort of a method or an idea to the experience is just another part of that separate experience. It has nothing to do, in a sense, with what we're talking about. Because nothing has anything to do with what we're talking about.
No.
Because it's everything.
Well, because, right. And since it's everything, there's no discussing any of this. Like, it's not discussable in a way.
Yeah. It's not knowable.
I don't know. Right. I don't know. That's just the best I can say. Or just not knowing. I don't know. I don't know any of this. Just whatever it is, it's everything. So even this experience of, am I experiencing this? Is this a concept? Is this living a concept? It's all everything anyway.
Yeah, but we really
there's
aren't
nothing
finding
outside
out
of it.
a new sort of way of having a conceptual framework to work this with. I mean, that happens, I understand that. But the response is that that's just a concept, that you've just created another conceptual reality that feels better. It sounds actually very confusing.
did?
But
Well,
it
no, I,
feel
that,
better than-
okay. No, I wasn't really trying to make anything feel better. I guess it's just not being able to talk about it because
I think the reason you can't talk
don't know
about
that-
it is because you're using concepts.
there's a me.
It's just concept.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. You're trying to apply
Okay, well.
concepts to your life.
Oh, well, I don't have a life because there is no me. So, like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, I
I
don't have a
do.
life.
And it
that
just
I'm-
sounds like you've got a conceptual framework that you're working in.
It does? Oh,
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, maybe. How would
Yeah.
I know? There is no me.
Well, when there isn't anyone, it's obvious that there isn't anyone. Not only that there isn't anyone, but that there never was anyone.
Right. Well, that is very obvious.
Hmm.
I mean, but then to who? To no one,
Hmm.
you know?
Totally. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, thanks again. It was great talking to you.
And you. Thanks, Natalie.
Take care.
You too. Hello, Arvind. Arvind, is that right?
Yes, it's Arvind.
Hey, Arvind.
I put my hand up and down a couple times
Oh,
because every time I have something to say, like the steam just gets taken out of it.
hmm.
So you're saying I'm not here?
Yeah. It's not that you aren't there. There isn't a you.
What's the difference?
I don't know. It sounds like there's an I that has the experience or the idea that it isn't. And that's not really what it is. It's that there actually isn't a separate experience, or it's an illusion.
I see. And there's just nothing I can do about it.
Well, there isn't a you. So how could you do something about it? It's an illusion. And everything that happens in that separate illusory reality is part of that separate illusory reality. So all the efforts to become no one are just confirmation that there's someone. Or the illusory experience of someone.
It somehow feels like this is coming out of something.
Yeah.
There'll be a thought, right? There'll be a thought like, but I'm doing this, and there's just a real sense that it's coming out of like me.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah, that's the experience. Yeah. And that's exactly what's illusory. And it's not that it's coming out of you. It actually is the experience that it's my thought, my
Yeah.
feeling. Yeah. It's immediate.
Is it a feeling? Is it
The me?
there's there's like
No.
all the thoughts are like they seem to be imbued with like some sort of sense of like this is mine.
Yeah. 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 Oh, then that sense, absolutely. The feeling that it's mine. Yeah.
Is that all it is? It's just that
Yeah.
certain things have the feeling that they're mine.
Yeah. Well, not certain things. Everything, as long as there's that separate experience, everything that happens is mine. It's all about me.
So you're mine,
Well, it's your experience.
right? Sometimes I hear this message and like, but I mean, there's all sorts of reactions to it. Like sometimes I'm like angry.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
sometimes I don't want to hear this shit. I know
Yeah.
he's gonna. Is this just the same shit over and over again? what am I doing? Why am I coming back here? You're not here. I know I'm not. Okay, what am I doing? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's like,
Well, it's useless. So
What's
it's frustrating. The message.
yeah, it's totally useless.
Yeah.
It's totally
So
useless.
So it'd be very frustrating, especially
Yeah,
if
my
you're
wife.
Not at
My
all.
wife doesn't understand why I'm into this, and I'm like, I don't. Why am I into this? I don't know.
Hmm.
It's, yeah. I wanted to ask, like, sometimes I feel like it feels sad in a way. Like, if I'm not here, then it's like I would be losing everything.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, there's all sorts of ideas and reactions to this. And in a sense, you could say it's a loss, but it's not
Yeah.
really a loss because there isn't anything to lose. There isn't anyone already. It's an illusion. There isn't separation is an illusion.
And it's not like I'm this like very happy person, you know. Mostly I'm mostly just like having all these thoughts about this, trying to figure it out. I'm always trying to figure it out.
Yeah, but
Always.
you don't have thoughts. There's just thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, there's just absolutely nothing I can do with what you're saying. There's just
No, there
nothing I
isn't
can
because
do.
there isn't you.
Yeah, there's just nothing.
No.
Yeah. There no, what I was gonna say was, yeah, it's not like I'm like this very happy person. I'm mostly discontent because now I know something. Now I know that there's this thing called non-duality, and that's the reason why I'm always looking for something and not finding it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm living this very satisfying existence
Yeah.
anyways, but still there is a sense of sadness and fear
Yeah. Oh yeah.
that this should be the end of all that.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
It'd be the end of everything, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. And I also wanted to say, like, there's other times like this message is just, or it just feels like just love, just total
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
I really wanted to come on here to tell you that because it's yeah, I'm very grateful for all
Oh,
these
thanks.
meetings.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. There's no name here. It's a number. Hello, number. Number has nothing to say. Oh, number has something to say. You have to unmute yourself. I can't hear you. It says you're unmuted, so it must be something's not plugged in properly. You know how to go to computer audio at the bottom where the little microphone is? Yeah, you know. Should we come back to you in a second? All right. Hello, Imran.
Hello, Jim.
Hi.
I'm calling you from London, and lately I've been watching your videos for the past few months.
Yeah.
And I wanted to share that it feels like the me or the seeker is gently but slowly dying or withering away.
Yeah.
And there's such a lot going on that I wouldn't know where to start, but I'll start with the tangible things. Things like there's been some physical bodily changes where food, there's no real addiction to food anymore. I'm quite energized, I'm quite warm.
Yeah.
And then from a mind point of view, or from here, there's such an appreciation of color or of nature
Oh
or
yeah.
of life. So
Mm.
it's like this appears to be the most eventful thing, if I can call it a thing, that I've been involved in my
Oh.
life,
Oh.
the whole non-duality thing.
Mm.
And I've been a seeker for a very long time. What I've noticed, Jim, is that it doesn't really matter whether I seek to understand this or not, or understand the
Oh,
video.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's quite astounding sometimes the energetic effect that watching a video or this form of interaction can have.
Yeah.
Often it's almost as if a change begins to take place simply by watching a video or reading a book. So it's the type of thing that I can't necessarily share with anybody who doesn't understand these things.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went to a meeting recently with Tony Parsons in London, and that was quite incredible. Things appeared to shift afterwards. A relationship with family appeared to just shift by itself. I suppose one of the things I wanted to ask you was that often the impression I get is that it's a sudden change that can take place. If you like, one can call that liberation. For me, it appears to be happening gradually, day by day. Very much gradually.
Yeah. It seems that every body is different with that.
And I'm also finding that the seeker within me, or the ego, if I choose to call it that, is really trying to hold on, and very personal things are coming up. You know, it's personal, but it might be my relationship with people, or with time, for instance. And it's quite, if I wasn't feeling courageous, it can be quite almost like torture, or almost like torment. It's a very beautiful and at the same time very challenging process, I suppose. And
you know, it's only a process as long as there's someone having the experience. And the end of the process is that there never was anyone, and there never is a process.
Yeah, that's quite incredible. Yeah. And as this is probably very normal or familiar, sensation has increased. You know, the sensation of eating, the sensation of feeling, of touch, and it's I don't know, it's quite it's mind-boggling.
Mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing. That's the thing. Yeah. So what I'm doing is doing some reading, watching some videos, doing some Zoom calls. I know I'm not doing any of that, but
you caught me out.
And I'm attending some meetings, and I'm maintaining the momentum as much as I can bear, if you like.
You're not doing that.
I understand.
Just in the same way as you only notice that things have changed, they have nothing to do with your intention.
Yes. Jim, it's a phenomenal process. It's a phenomenon, the whole process. I know I'm calling it a process.
Yeah, well, it seems to be. As long as there's an individual, it is a part of a process. It feels like there's a process.
Yeah. I'm blown away by the fact that throughout life, it's as if something has to be learned and something has to be done. With this process, there's nothing to learn, there's nothing to do, and yet the effect is more profound or bigger than anything else I've ever been involved in.
There's just no one. It's not that there's nothing to do, there's no one to do it. There's no separation. That's the reason there's nothing to do. There's no separation. The process is the experience that separation is getting less or things are changing. But that's just part of the illusory experience of separation. There is no separation already.
So it's all one giant happening.
It's all one
Appearance.
giant happening. Yeah.
Wow.
It's all
Okay.
one giant nothing happening.
Wow. One giant appearance happening, but not really happening.
That's it.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. That's a relief. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Jim. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Hello, number. How are we doing with the sound? Any better? I don't hear. Oh, there you are.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
The voice is clear.
Yeah.
So what's happening?
What's that?
What's happening?
What is what's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that is a question.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no answer.
means these type of meetings, when I started to join your meetings, it was as if the first time there was a sense that we can have the questions, but we cannot have the answers.
Well, there aren't any.
Yeah. Is the appearance asking any question?
Is the appearance one?
Asking any question?
Yeah, there are apparently questions. There are bodies that ask questions.
Yeah. It goes means everything just goes back, and there is no question left at a point. So you need to uh, do something hard to make up a question.
Yeah, you have to try really hard.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Jim. Really enjoy this meeting.
Yeah, thanks. Hi, Sahara.
Hi, Jim.
Hi.
Hi, sweetie pie. Thank you for doing this. I want to say thank you. I'm sorry I can't show my face. I've just been through a really kind of hellacious story, and I have broken bones in my foot.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, it's nuts the whole way it happened. Everything was just nuts, and was a really clear demonstration of not being in control of anything. And here we are, just outrageous. But I just feel like I wanted to say thank you for doing this, and thank you for putting the Chicago video up. I was surprised that it was as clear as it was.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe we'll see the other ones if we're lucky.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I'm not in charge of those things.
Well, tell Laura I'm encouraging her to, make that happen.
She's hearing you. She's heard.
Okay, so I don't want to take much time, but bless you and thank you. And
Thanks, Sarah.
I'll see you when I see you.
Yeah, great. Get better.
Thanks.
Hey, Jason.
Hi, Jim.
Hi.
Hey, I'm nervous talking to you today.
Oh.
So you know, it seems like on one hand, there's like love and freedom and fulfillment. And
Yeah.
the other hand, there's being an individual, like
Yeah.
they're mutually exclusive.
No, they're not. They're the same thing.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Good to see you again.
You too.
Hi, Peter.
Hi, Jim.
Hi.
Yes, I've been watching a lot of your videos. That's the only way I've known you, and I came up with a few questions.
Yeah.
You in one of your videos you shared that in the first minutes when you're born, or the first 8 days or something, you don't connect to the body. Is that right? Did you say something like that?
No, it's if I talked about that, it would have been, and I don't know where I have this. Oh, there's a video on YouTube, and I guess I read an article or so that it's actually about 18 months
Yes.
where the sense of separation or the sense of identity arises in the body.
Right. So, is what you're experiencing, is that what you as a child experienced previously during these 18 months? Is that
In a sense, just it's not an experience, and there isn't anyone having it. It's the end of the experience of separation. It's the revelation that there's no separation. It's all that appearing or nothing being this.
okay? And what is exactly a contraction out of nothing?
Well, that's just a description of what happens when that separate experience arises. There's a contracted energy in the body, a contraction, energetic contraction. It has a physical component. It's the whole, yeah, it's in the whole body. It is. Yeah.
Okay. And this absolute freedom that
Yeah.
you say, you say it's an anarchy, chaos,
Yeah.
absolute freedom, right?
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
But somehow it seems like there's also an intelligence behind it, because why is there yet an evolution?
Yeah.
Evolution taking place? If it's absolutely chaos, why is there a line?
So for that separate identity, what's happening is real. And that reality has the sense that it has meaning and purpose, that it matters in some way. And out of that experience comes the need for an explanation of why is it happening. And that is all part of the illusion of separation. It's not really happening. It only seems to be happening.
The whole enchilada.
The whole enchilada is just this appearing as whatever, a thought of evolution, apparent time, or whatever. It's all the freedom, the chaos. It's all that. This is that. And so there's no need anymore to explain it. And the short answer is there's nothing behind this.
It's basically impossible for the mind to tackle it.
Oh, impossible. And it is unacceptable and unbelievable.
And you also, you often speak about that people always trying to find better in life, right? But what about the moments of beauty, enjoying a butterfly or a sunset?
Well, if there's an individual, if there's that separate experience happening, that beauty is immediately owned, is immediately taken in and taken on as an experience, which hides what shone through for a second, the beauty of it. It suddenly becomes mine, and the beauty of it, the need to experience it as beauty hides the beauty that was seen.
Okay, so no intelligence behind it.
No intelligence.
And what about if a person experiences an out-of-body experience during a surgery, for example, and observe the body, are they then in a disidentification with their body, or?
It sounds like it.
That's not what I wanted to hear. Okay, so it's part of the whole enchilada again.
It's part of the whole enchilada. What the me does, in the sense that it wants an intelligence behind it, or a why is this happening?
Yeah.
Special experiences seem to then be meaningful, because for it's looking for what it feels is hidden. Special experiences seem to reflect that there's something behind this, or there's something hidden. So they seem important to it. They seem valuable. The individual is always looking for something more, something of value in the appearance, because the appearance isn't enough for it. And the fact is that an angel or a ghost or an out-of-body experience is just simply what is. It's just what seems to be. It has no value. It is equally that, or the unspeakable, appearing as all of that. And as you might have understood, the unspeakable, or nothing, isn't an intelligence behind this. It is this. There's no separation.
So there's no, we don't remain as awareness in the end. There will be no there's no awareness.
Awareness is part of the illusion. I am aware, or I'm conscious.
Okay, so all the observers is all the observers from yourself are all part of the illusion.
That's a part of the illusion, yeah.
So it's actually just a big illusion.
Yeah, well, this conversation is apparent.
Yeah.
If there's someone that has the experience that it's happening to them, that's an illusion.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Monica.
Hi, Jim.
Hi.
Hi, all together. Oh, this takes a lot of courage. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say thank you. Good to see you. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
And how is your cat?
How is my cat?
Yes, Lilith.
Oh, Lilith. Oh, I think she's fine.
Oh, great. Because, yeah, I thought it was such a cool name to name a cat Lilith.
Yeah.
Yes.
The one woman that wouldn't accept the instructions.
Yes. But there is no woman and there are no instructions.
Oh, there's apparent women. There's just no one. There's just no one.
No one.
Yeah, there's women bodies. That looks like a woman's body. This is a man's body, apparently.
Yes.
There's just no one in them. No individual in them.
Yeah. Really awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, Jim.
4030551725.
When is the book Simply This coming out?
Excuse me?
When is the book of Jim Newman, Simply This, coming out? Actually, it would be nice to see a book of yours, but
oh, thanks. Yeah. Thanks for that.
Where all the mind bending thoughts are.
That's good. Then I'll be rich.
Yeah. Yeah, but the me is never rich, you know.
No, the me lives in poverty. The poverty of needing what's next. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Jim.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. but waiting for the book.
Thank you. Hey, Jason.
Hey, I'm back. Follow-up question or whatever. So this experience of separation isn't actually separate. Like there's nothing separate. Even
That's
the
right.
experience of being separate isn't separate.
It's all that.
And that's what you meant when I was saying what freedom on one hand and like sense of self. Like
Yeah.
even that sense of self is the freedom in its own.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. In a sense, but then experientially it seems different.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if that clarifies anything, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Jason. Hey, Stefan.
Hi again.
Hi again. Apparently.
So what was spoken about of as being nothing? Just what is happening?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but isn't the illusion something?
No. It's the experience of something, but it's an illusion that there's a something.
What is experiencing?
What experience is it?
Yes.
Separation is the experience I am. The illusory I am lives in an illusory separate reality, which seems to have experiences that belong to, or that are its. It's a subject-object reality, a completely unreal subject-object reality.
Okay. So, okay. So the non-dual thing, what do you, aspect, entity, I don't know what you would say.
None of that.
Okay, but
because it all objectifies it.
Okay, right. And we have no way of, and we wouldn't objectify it because we don't know, there's no way to talk about it. We don't know what it is, right?
It is unknowable.
Right, okay.
Yeah. The need to know comes out of the experience that I know.
Okay.
The need to find something or the need to become something is all part of the need, or all comes out of the experience I know. I know what this is. I know I am.
Okay. But couldn't those be, why isn't it intelligent? Do I keep saying the same thing?
Why?
Okay.
Yeah, why?
Yes, right. Okay, yes. Why implies something, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, why?
That it's logical, that it has a...
No, that it implies that there's a reason.
Yes, right. Okay. So then, aren't we talking about something and nothing, as opposed to something and not nothing, just something?
Something is nothing.
Something is nothing.
Yeah. So for the individual,
sorry, go ahead.
For the individual, something is simply something to me. It's real. I'm real. It's an experience. And that hides the something as, or as being nothing, or nothing being something. Everything is also that which can't be said simultaneously. They're not separate. So it's not becoming something. There's not an intelligence that becomes it. It just simply is what can't be said.
But so is that why you're calling it nothing, because it can't be talked about?
Yeah, it's nothing to you.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I see. It's nothing that I could conceive of. It's not a thing that I could conceive of. So
It's not a thing.
yeah, okay.
That there aren't any real things.
Okay, but why then appearances?
Why? Again, you're back to why.
Yes,
You can't.
right.
There. Just to get to the point, there is only this. So this is beginning without. This didn't come into being. It just simply is, and it isn't moving anywhere. It just simply is. It appears, and it has no meaning or purpose. It's everything. It has no meaning and purpose, and it is already that which is longed for. It is already that. And within that, within this, arises an experience which goes looking for something. It thinks what it longs for is something that it could know. So it continues to seek more experiences, more knowing, in an attempt to find what it feels needs to be found. But that whole experience of needing to know, needing to experience, needing to find is illusory. It comes out of the illusory experience that there's a knower, an individual, a separate experiencer. And all of that hides that this is already that. It is already what's longed for. And what's longed for can't be said, can't be objectified.
Okay. There's just nothing to be said about that, other than what you've said. And like, I don't know what, but it leaves me with a hollowness, because I feel like I want to wrap my head around it. My head. Yeah. I can't, I don't know how to get rid of I or me or.
There isn't one.
Yes, there isn't, but easier
how to
said
get rid
than
of
done.
something that's not happening?
So, I mean, is it just a decision?
No. Who would decide? Who would decide? Who would choose nothing? You know, people say they want this. How could you want nothing?
Right. So I'm willfully being me.
No, absolutely not. There is no free will or choice.
Okay.
The me has no volition at all. It has apparent effects, but they're only part of the separate experience that something's really happening.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, great. Thanks, Stefan. Thanks. Okay, this will be the last one. Hello, Imran.
Hello, Jim. Just
Hi.
wanted to ask, any meetings planned, face-to-face meetings for London with yourself?
Not at the moment, no. Thanks for asking.
Okay, that's fine.
But just look at the website and see. I'll be in Totnes in Devon in September.
In September, next September, yeah?
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay, I should be able to make that. Okay, that's fine. Thank you, Jim. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming. It's lovely to see you all. So, bye-bye.